advanced accounts, CA Inter. Your question paper will have two parts. What is the first part? 30 marks multiple choice question. Abba, adliye 30 vangilan happy irukadinga. They will give you a case. Based on the case, I will ask you 4 questions. Case will be based on a company having some issues. Question number 1. Using accounting standard 21, how will you solve this? Using accounting standard 5, what is the disclosure required? Using accounting standard 10, what should be the cost of machinery? Using accounting standard, for example, this one, like 12, whether the government grant should be accounted this way or not. Okay. Then, like that, the question will be asked. So, 30 marks MCQ on okay, or list which is the current liability. Or list find out current assets. List find out current liability. Okay. Or they give you a list of items. They ask you to find out which is the authorized capital in this. That is your +1 and +2 college level multiple choice question. Here, multiple choice question means they will give a company's problem. Using the accounting standard, you have to solve on the mari. Or using the accounting standard, you have to find out the final answers kind of a thing. Okay. For example, they will give a detail. Number 1, whether the accounting policy is correct or not as per AS 10. You have to check whether it is correct, partially correct or fully incorrect. You have to check by looking at the case and accounting standard. Second question may be like, for example, the company values inventory like this. Is it correct or not as per accounting standard 2? Okay, they will not ask you which accounting standard deals with inventory valuation. Everybody will write AS2, but applying AS2, what should be the value of inventory? Don't worry, in the classroom we will practice that. So this is 30 marks multiple choice questions. Second is which one? 70 marks descriptive questions, where you would write 5 questions out of how many questions? 6 questions. First question is 30 marks, part 1. Part 2, like, you will have to answer 5 questions out of which question? 6 questions. 5 into 14, 70 marks. 5 into 14, 70 marks. But you will be getting totally how many questions? 6 questions. Sir, will I get question like full question for 14 marks? No. For example, question number 1 is multiple choice. Question number 2 will have subdivision. Probably I'll show the paper so that you will understand. Part 1, multiple choice question. This is part 2. Part 2 la 6 questions. Answer to question number 1, which is compulsory, and remaining what? 4. What do you mean by compulsory question? This question you must answer compulsorily. Look at this. There is a question given. Okay, they will ask you to find out borrowing cost, etc. and all by applying the accounting standard. 7 plus 7, how many marks? 14 marks. This can be like 5 plus 4 also. So this is question number 1. Thereafter, question number 2, they give you a problem, they ask you to solve. Question number 3, 2 or 3 subdivisions can be there. Question number 4, 2 or 3 subdivisions can be there. Question number 5, 2 or 3 subdivisions can be there. And the so you are going to answer how many questions? 5 questions out of how many questions? 6 questions. In that, 1 question will be what? Compulsory. So you have to answer remaining 4 questions out of 5 questions in the mark. So this is for how many marks? 70 marks. Simple. One question la choice loader mari. Which question depends on your knowledge, depends on what is asked also. Sometimes stronger prepare pannirpom. Adhoda tough exam la kettirpom. And the question is choice loader mari. Okay, sometimes matta question la me tough irukum. Idu theriyalanaala konjam easy ah irukra mari irukku attend pandra mari irukum. That which question you will leave it in choice depends on what is asked, what is your knowledge level. Okay, then what do you rate in the exam kind of a thing. So this is your question paper pattern. Okay, sir, this 70 marks questions, how it will be? How it will be? Whatever we do in the classroom, that concept will be applied. Will they repeat the question? No. Same question we are going to see. For example, if it is going to be like branch accounts, or if it is going to be like branch accounts, we are going to practice 50 questions in the class. Will they ask one of the 50 questions in the class? No. They will ask in the same model. They will ask in the same model. Numbers will be different. Okay, maybe the adjustments may be different, but the concept will be 100% covered in the class. Okay, so this is about question paper pattern. Any doubt in it? Multiple choice questions is for how many marks? 30 marks. For that, I hope a separate multiple choice book is given chapter wise. I request you to not to open it today. After the chapter is complete, open which one? The multiple choice question. Okay. Adhe mari 70 marks descriptive also we are given in the form of set 1 and set 2 material. What is set 1 material? You can find in set 1 material, live online students and recorded class students, either you'll be getting the material or you would have got the material already. Okay, if you have not received the material, please contact these numbers, they will send it to you. Okay, so set 1 will have these things. Set 1 have which one? Financial statements of companies, buyback, internal reconstruction, amalgamation, consolidation, holding company, then branch accounts, cash flow statement. So which one will be tested in the exam? All will be tested in the exam. All will be tested in the exam. Okay. All will be tested in the exam. For how many marks? For how many marks? If they ask you financial statement, it will be for 10 marks. This is for 5 marks. This is for 10 marks. This is for 14 marks. 14 marks. 14 marks. 10 marks and the mari they test. Otherwise, your set 1 will be tested for about 60 marks in the exam. Set 1 will be tested for how many marks? 60 marks to 70 marks in the exam. We can check also based on the last attempt question. Look at this. Balance sheet of Z Limited is given to us. They ask you to prepare what? Capital reduction account. Nothing but internal reconstruction. Nothing but which one? Internal reconstruction. That is there in what? Set 1. Then, next question, they have given various things. They ask you to find out cost of contract and find out the profit to be recognized. This is based on accounting standard. This is based on which one? Accounting standard. They have given 2 balance sheets. They ask you to find out which one? Cash from operating activity. Yes. Cash from operating activity. Which one? Cash flow statement. Next, they are giving you intelligent limited, diligent limited. They have given various things. They have given about amalgamation. They have given about which one? Amalgamation. Find out shares and debentures to be issued and prepare which one? Balance sheet. Prepare which one? Balance sheet. That is which one? Amalgamation or which one? Absorption is tested. Amalgamation or absorption is tested. Art limited, craft limited, they have given. They have given some adjustments. Okay, prepare which one? Consolidated balance sheet. Consolidated balance sheet, yes. That is what is there as which one? Consolidated balance sheet. They asked internal reconstruction, amalgamation, consolidated balance sheet, cash flow statements, internal reconstructions also they asked. Okay. Then they have given accounting for leases. Accounting for leases, basic EPS, diluted EPS they have given. Then this is about rate of dividend. This is about which one? Rate of dividend. This is part of final accounts. How much dividend the company can declare. That is part of which one? Financial statements of companies. Financial statements of companies. Then they have given Indian branch, New York. Indian branch in which one? New York is given. That is part of which accounting? Branch accounts. In this last exam, everything was tested except which one? Buyback of share, that was tested in multiple choice question. One case was given with 5 questions. How many shares the company can buy? How many shares, how much amount the company is allowed to spend? What will be the share capital after buyback? Okay, if the company is having this problem, whether the buyback is allowed on the money, 5 marks and multiple choice question. So you can see set 1 material, how many marks they test? Around 60 marks they test in the exam. And set 2 material will be fully accounting standards. Remaining which one? Accounting standards. They test for remaining 40 marks kind of a thing. From where they test, we cannot predict. Set 2, from which accounting standard it will be tested, we cannot predict. We have to go with the knowledge and write your exam. Okay, so that is about set 1 and set 2. You can find this one. This question is based on accounting standard. Basic EPS and which one? Diluted EPS for 6 marks. Then another one. Maybe this contract. Accounting standard 7. Accounting standard 7. Then another question. Borrowing cost, how much to be capitalized? Borrowing cost, how much to be capitalized? Then find out the value of closing stock. Find out the value of closing stock as per accounting standard 2 on the Mari. You can find for about 40 marks. They test which one? 30 to 40 marks. They test from which material? Set 2 material. Set 2 material is full of which one? Accounting standard. I'm not an astrologer to predict which one will be tested in the exam in set 2. Set 2 only, yes, every area is important. Sir, if someone says, sir, I forgot I'm not ready to prepare consolidated financial statement. Or I forgot amalgamation and consolidation. Simple, you'll be able to write only for 70 marks in the exam. Okay, so every chapter is important. Set one, you cannot skip any chapter out. Every chapter is what? Important for examination point of view. And if you look at examination questions also, from whatever we do in the classroom, that will be there in your exam questions also. Probably I'll give you one or two things, pay attention. Just for your prelude, I'm telling you, Star and Moon carrying on a similar business independently, they want to amalgamate. Calculate the amount of debentures and shares to be issued. Which one? Star and Moon ketirpanga. If you look at the question also, the question name is changing. Intelligent Limited and which one? Diligent Limited. They would have given various balances. Look at this. Compute the amount of shares and debentures to be issued to Intelligent Limited and which one? Diligent Limited. Prepare the balance sheet. So, we class prepare the balance sheet. Don't worry, we would have done a question based on that. We would have done a lengthy question based on which one? Preparing balance sheet of both the companies. Preparing balance sheet of both the companies. We would have done. This is what? Exactly the same question. P and Q, they would have given various adjustments. Compute the amount of equity shares and preference shares. Prepare the balance sheet after what? Amalgamation, like that. So, whatever we do in the classroom, like this, not only this chapter, I can show for other chapters also, but I do not want to waste time on that. Okay, we can check all the other questions also. Whatever we do, cash flow from which activity? Operating activity. We can check which one? Cash flow statement. The first question will be based on this. Find out which one? Cash from operations. Okay, we would have done numeric questions. Opening balance, closing balance, multiple questions with adjustments we would have done. Okay, numeric. And that is what they test kind of a thing. Like they would have given opening balance and which one? Closing balance. You are required to work out which one? Cash from operating activity. A question is tested for how many marks? 7 marks. Like this, every chapter, whatever we discuss in the class, the same model now question over exam. Okay, so for that, what I request is do all these things. Number one, which I told you. Number two, classroom be clear in what we are doing, what we are solving. Okay, practice at home. Okay, sir, whether you have to buy any extra material? No. Bharadwaj material itself will take care of your 99.99% requirement. Number one. What is extra material that you have to learn is your ICAI material. That's the problem we solve. You would have solved in which one? Classroom itself you would have solved. Then what to practice, that questions would have been given. For example, if you look at chapters like final accounts, there is a format of balance sheet given. We are going to solve problems in the class. At the end, I would have given past examination questions for solving. Look at this. Practice problem for practice at home with what? Solutions. What I request is without solution, without looking at the solution, try to work out. Then check the solution. If you find your answer is not matching with the solution, yes, many things may come because I would also done some errors, etc. and calculations. You just come and ask me, sir, classroom li ipdi pannirkom, solve பண்ணும்போது இந்த மாதிரி answer வந்துச்சு, match ஆகல, why it is so? Okay, so for like that, I would have given for every chapter problem for practice. Okay, we would have given a ledger balance, prepare P&L account, prepare balance sheet with working notes. Okay, so I request you to practice them at home for every chapter. So in the classroom, what do we do? We learn the concept, then what do we do? We learn the concept of the chapter first. We are going to practice questions based on that concept. What is practice questions? Past examination questions arranged in step-by-step manner. What do you mean by step-by-step manner? Easy questions, moderate questions, tough questions, and the madri. And problem from your which material? ICAI material also we are going to work out so that your 100% of learning is complete. 100% of learning is complete and you write your exam with the confidence. So I request you to just follow the classroom instructions where you'll be 100% comfortable in preparing and writing your exam kind of thing. Okay, so we'll begin with the first topic. Which topic? Financial statement of company. Learning the financial statement of company matters. Many students, what they do, no, this is not important for exam, they will not test. So let me to start with amalgamation. Let me to start with holding company. Surely that will be tested in exam. But it will be amalgamation or consolidation. Adjustments with respect to financial statement will come. For example, they will give one adjustment. A Limited amalgamated with which company? B Limited. Before amalgamation, they wanted to declare dividend. They want to declare which one? Dividend. Dividends are covered in which one? Financial statement of companies. Preparation of balance sheet is covered where? Financial statement of companies. So without the knowledge of financial statement of companies, we cannot go and do which one? Amalgamation, etc. And all. Otherwise, chapter number 2, 3, 4, 5. Chapter number 2, 3, 4, 5. After all the questions, they will ask you prepare balance sheet. The company purchased the shares, prepare balance sheet. The company went for internal reconstruction, do the adjustments and prepare which one? Balance sheet. Amalgamation, prepare post-amalgamation balance sheet. Holding company, prepare consolidated which one? Balance sheet. So the knowledge of balance sheet is required for which chapters? 2, 3, 4, 5 and which one? 6. Okay, so we start with which one? Financial statements of companies first. Am I clear in what I am communicating? Clear? So set 1 in our classroom also will take about 60% of total learning time. Set 2 will take about 40% of our total learning time. This is your mark allocation for exam. This is your standardized paper for exam. And as I told you, just go ahead with the classes, then you will be comfortable. Should I have to buy any extra book? No. Should I have to buy any extra material? No. Should I have to buy scanner past ask questions? No. That is already inbuilt in your material. Then why should you buy? Chapter wise already I have given the past exam question as part of your study material itself. If you buy the scanner also, that will be there, past exam questions will be there. No need to buy scanner, no need to buy any extra reference material. Okay, for success in the exam, 2 sides. One is Bharadwaj material plus which material? ICA material. What is the difference? ICA material they would have given 30 pages theory, which is not necessary. Unnecessary stories, etc. they would have given, which is condensed and given in your classroom where the learning time gets reduced. If you consolidate the material of ICA material in a consolidate panna, it will come to 1500 pages. Is it possible to read 1500 pages? No. Okay, if you look at our classroom material, it will be around 400 pages, plus your notes will be around 300 to 400 pages. So your own notes, you'll understand better. Our own material, definitely you are going through and solving the question, then you will be able to understand what? Better kind of a thing. So just rely on the classroom, that is more than sufficient. If at all anything required, I will give you additional materials for practice. So that is with respect to what? Advanced accounts. With respect to tax or law also, just sail with Bharadwaj materials or do with Bharadwaj material, that is more than sufficient. Clear?